Here's an exclusive Spotlight PA investigative report.
I'm Spotlight PA correspondent Mitch Blocker. Our independent statewide investigation continues finding older Pennsylvanians unprotected from abuse and neglect. And instead of tracking what went wrong, Spotlight PA found state officials stopped documenting the failures. Whistleblowers tell us instead of enforcing its own rules, our State Department of Aging changed how it measures them. Spotlight PA investigative reporter Angela Columbus has spent months trying to get information out of Harrisburg. Records that show whether and how taxpayer-funded agencies protect adults who can't protect themselves.
There's so much secrecy that surrounds it that it's incredibly difficult to actually tell that story.
The stories that have come to light thanks to dogged reporting and public records requests reveal hundreds, and in some years more than 1,000 adults dying with open abuse or neglect cases.
The subject line is massive concerns for multiple counties.
Concerned staffers inside the State Department of Aging shared their internal warnings with Spotlight PA.
The Protective Services employee writes, I have brought this concern to the table many, many times, but I must reiterate it. I am concerned for the massive inability of multiple AAAs, which are County Area Agencies on Aging, to complete appropriate investigations of our law/regs.
One of the things we used to look at is the investigation comprehensive? Did they look at all areas of abuse? This is something they have to do per the regulation and the law.
Peter Hans retired from the Department of Aging in 2024. He's now a government whistleblower.
It is beyond frustrating. I've reached out to senators, representatives, both sides of the political aisle. I've written to them. I've spoken. I've been interviewed by some. I've talked to some of their chief of staffs. And yet we're still just fighting a battle.
The Department of Aging has stopped tracking how old with open abuse or neglect cases died, making it near impossible to see if protective service agencies did the jobs taxpayers paid them to do. In 2023, instead of enforcement, Governor Shapiro's pick to run the Department of Aging adjusted how failure was measured.
They're not identifying the risk that is in front of their eyes, or they're not reducing or eliminating that risk. And the end consequence is older adults can be left at risk to the point of premature death or greater harm or pain.
And have you seen that actually happen?
I couldn't count the number of times, many, many times.
Good afternoon. I'm Jason Kavulich, Secretary of Aging for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
The state aging secretary told lawmakers his department needs more authority.
There's a different layer of accountability, and while we will not punish AAAs and take funding away from them because it's not hurting the agency, we're hurting older adults.
He says he wants to fix the system he inherited.
The legacy system that I inherited was inherently broken.
And to do it, needs millions more from taxpayers.
We're asking for an investment in our infrastructure, not just in personnel, but since 1999, we have been using the same computer platform, and it has been a patchwork of repairs and fixes that really is not delivering what we need.